So the chat box message are removed. So again, you can write your enrollment number, and then we start today's lecture. So now we come to the next unit, that is your natural language processing. So you can see we covered this all the chapter, that section 1 is completed. That first chapter what is AI, then second is the problem state space, third chapter is knowledge representation issues, fourth is representing knowledge using rules. And in section 2, we covered this uncertain reasoning that contain fuzzy logic, bias theorem, and all. Next unit is already we covered game theory, right? Now we come to the next unit, that is your natural language processing. And then we have covered only two chapters, that is your connectionist models and the introduction to prologue. Already we have performed prologue practical, so this unit takes two lecture. Okay, but in natural language processing and connectionist models required 3 plus 2 5 lectures. Okay, so we have left only 3 units. Now we start natural language processing. So first of all, anyone can define this term natural language processing. What is natural language processes? Why it required in AI, and what are the applications of NLP? Give me the answer. What is NLP? Why it is required, and what are the applications? You can also write your answer in chat box.
It is the ability of computers to understand human language, and its applications are in personal assistants such
Okay.
as Google Home, Siri, Alexa. Aside
Yes.
from that, it's also used in speech synthesis and then sentiment analysis, etc., etc. things.
Yes. Anyone other? What are the applications of NLP? Okay. All are visible this presentation? All are visible?
Yes.
Okay. So start with the third unit, that is your natural language processing. Okay. So what is natural language processing? Mostly all are know. Introduction, then synthetic processing, then semantic analysis, then disclosure and pragmatic processing. So these are the topic that under your syllabus, right? So we start using introduction. What is NLP? So, NLP is a subfield of linguistic, computer science, and artificial intelligence concerned with the interaction between computers and human language, in particular, how to program computer to process and analyze large amount of natural language data. Okay, so the meaning is that how we can interact with computers or device using natural languages. This is the basic definition of your natural language processing. So here you can see this word is a new one. What is linguistics? You all know computer science and AI, but linguistic word is new. So I will explain you what is linguistics. Linguistics is natural language understanding and natural language generation. Okay, so what is linguistic? Linguistic is a scientific study of a language. It involves the analysis of a language form, language meaning, and language context. So, linguistic is the study of your different kind of language that understand the meaning and the context of the language. Okay, you can define NLP in the various definition, but this is the main definition that cover all the content in this definition. So is a subfield of linguistic computer science and AI concerned with the interaction between computers and human language, in particular how to program computer to process and analyze large amount of natural language data. So you can see here where the NLP plays involved. You can see AI, ML and deep learning. So NLP is a connect between linguistic and this all the technology, because the NLP is the study of your language and how to interact with human language with your computer device or your smart device. So you can see here the NLP connect the linguistic languages and new technology. Clear? Why NLP required? Because human understand their languages like Hindi, Gujarati, English and all that religion languages. But computer can't understand this all the languages. So we have to convert our language and how we can interact with our language with computer device. In first version of computer, the only computer understand binary language. So only in 0 and 1 we have to compute and the calculate or we give the input to the computer. But nowadays how we can interact with our language with computer, that is the problem of natural language processing. Okay, so now all are visible. We interact with the Gujarati language, also English language and Hindi language. The example of NLP are Google Assistant, then Siri, Alexa. So we can talk with our language and they can search the result and they provide our output that we have give the query, right? So mostly researchers are developing application regarding all the religion languages, and and Facebook also also invest a lots of money in India for developing a application in religion language of India, right? So we have to this NLP domain is a very interesting and in demand. So how user can easily interact with the computer system, because so all the people in India not understand English language or Hindi language or Gujarati language. So we have to give a facility to interact with their languages with computer system. So this is the NLP, means natural language processing. So now we see what is the application of NLP. So first one is voice assistant or Google Assistant, Apple Siri and Amazon Alexa. Now the second is search autocorrect and autocomplete. Third is the language translator. So you can directly convert your English meaning in Gujarati or Hindi. So this is also one application of NLP. Then social media monitoring, means you are writing a comment in any product or the any movie, then automatically understand what is the meaning of this comment. So this is your social media monitoring. Now the next is chatbot. You can see now all the mostly good website provide the chatbots, to our website, because we are providing a contact number. We are not available 24 hours, but chatbot gives automatically answer to customers question, right? So chatbot is also one type of application of NLP. You can see here. So NLP, we are writing a hello, then they, how it works NLP application. So only we are know the application of NLP is chatbot, but I give the depth detail of how chatbot works. So you can see, suppose you are writing hello, then natural language processing understand the meaning, and then they take the decision using the database requested. Database contain all the answer of your question, right? So NLP understand the meaning and then they provide a message. So message generator or natural language generator provide the answer. Suppose you are writing in text form, so they provide the answer in text form. Suppose you are your voice is given, then they convert a voice into text and then they provide the result, right? So you are the natural language processing takes the input in form of a text, image or voice, and then they provide the result in different manner like images, like voice and text. Okay, so this is your chatbot application that is created by NLP. Now next is a grammar checker. So already Grammarly is the most popular grammar checker. They automatically correct your spelling, right? So this is the application of NLP. Now we come to the topic, what are the disadvantages of NLP? So NLP may not show the context and NLP is unpredictable. So NLP may require more keystrokes. Means you are writing a question, so they check in the database. The answer is available and then based on that they have written a result. So they require more keystrokes, and the NLP is unable to adapt to a new domain and it has a limited function. That's why NLP is built for a single and specific task only. Means you are developing an application for only one specific task. You are not cover the complete whole world system. Suppose you are creating a chatbot for a business, then you cannot create a generalized application, because you are giving the specific answer in your database, and then based on that you are returning return a value of your question, right? So this is not a generalized form, but you are developing an application for a specific task only. So that is unable to adopt a new domain. It has a limited functions. Okay. Now we come to the topic one by one. So what are the components of NLP? So NLP has a two component, that is your natural language understanding and natural language generation. So what is NLU and NLG? So one by one we understand these two entities. So first of all start with natural language understanding. So natural language understanding helps the machine to understand and analyze human language by extracting the metadata from the context, such as the concept, entity, keyword, emotion, relation, and semantic roles. So NLU mainly used in the business application to understand the customer's problem in both spoken and written languages. So NLU invests the following tasks. The first one is it is used to map the given input to useful representation, and it is used to analyze the different aspect of language. Now I give one example what is on natural language understanding can do. So first of all you are they understand all the token, means I am and Jagruti and Boda. So they tokenize the sentence into different small token. Means they understand the meaning of each word in your sentences. This is your natural language understanding. Okay. So that task is it is used to make the given input into useful representation. Means they are understand the query or the question of your problem. Okay. Now, what is natural language generation? So natural language generation act as a translator that converts the computerized data into natural language representation. It mainly involves the text planning, sentence planning, and text realization. Means you are asking a question to Google, where is the PP Savani University, right? So they understand the meaning of the sentence using natural language understanding, and they generate the result using natural language generation. Means you are writing a question in a text form, then they provide the result in text form. So this is the output or reply of your question. So what is the role of natural language generation? So based on your question type, they return the value or they give the answer. So natural language understanding means understand the problem, and generation is give the reply based on the decision of our system, right? Suppose you are asking a question, then they return a value regarding this question. Suppose you are writing a question in text form, then return the value in text form. Okay. So natural language generation act as a translator that convert the computerized data into natural language representation, and it mainly involves the text planning, sentence planning, and text realization. Now, what is the difference between these two components, that is your NLU and NLG? So you can see here in this below table. So NLU is the process of reading and interpreting the language, and NLG is the process of writing or generating a language. Now you understand the main domain is the natural language processing. Means they categorize their work into two components. The first one is input understand, and the second is give the answer based on that action, right? So they are divided into two parts based on their work. So first one is NLU, that read and interpret the language, and the NLG is the process of writing or generating language. Okay. Now what is the role of the NLU? It produces non-linguistic outputs from natural language input, and NLG it produces constructing natural language output from non-linguistic input. Means you are asking a question to Google Assistant in your language, right? So this is your linguistic language, or the your language is not understand directly by computer, right? So the NLU produce a non-linguistic output from the natural language input. Means it takes the input from natural language and convert into non-linguistic output. And what is the role of NLG? So NLG understand the non-linguistic output and then produce a result, and then it return a non-linguistic natural language output. Okay, clear? All are understand what is the basic concept of NLP, and what are the components of NLP, and what are the applications of NLP? Clear? Clear all the students? Anyone have still doubt? All I understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we come to the next topic. That is your second topic of your unit. That is your synthetic processing. So, what is the meaning of synthetic processing in NLP? Then we comes to the topic, that is your semantic analysis, then disclosure and pragmatic processing. Now start the synthetic processing. So, what is synthetic processing? or synthetic analysis. So language is a method of communication with the help of which we can speak, read and write. For example, we think, we make decision, plans and more in natural language, precisely in words, right? However, the big question that confront us in this AI era is that we can communicate in a similar manner with the computers, right? We are using our language to communicate, read and write. So, in other words, can human being communicate with a computer in natural language? Can human being communicate with computers in their natural language? So, it is a challenge for us to develop a NLP application because computers need a structured data, but human speech is a unstructured data and often ambiguous in nature. So, what is the unstructured and structured data? So this is your question. Can human being communicate with a computer in natural language? So it is a challenge. Yes, we can communicate with computer in our language, but the challenge is that uh, computer need a structured data, but human speech is unstructured data and often ambiguous in nature. So one by one we see what are the challenges in this NLP application and what is ambiguous and unstructured data and all, right? So in this sense, we can say the natural language processing is the subfield of computer science, especially artificial intelligence, that is the concern about enabling computers to understand and process human language. Technically, the main task of the NLP would be to program computers for analyzing and processing huge amount of natural language data. So you can see the answer of this question is yes. We are able to make a system that is provide the interface between human and computers in users language or natural language, but there are the lots of challenges because sometimes we are speaking Gujarati, so two students have a different meaning of this in same sentence of Gujarati, because the in language there are different noun and pronouns, the user can use different and different. They are basically from different areas, so they can speak same sentence but in different form, right? So there are the different challenges in NLP. Suppose you are speaking a Gujarati, same sentence from they are from belongs to a Surat and some are belongs to a Bihar, so there are the different challenges in NLP application while you are developing or you are developing NLP application that understand your natural languages, right? So, what are the challenges and what are the phases in natural language processing? We can see. So, first of all, what is synthetic analysis? Suppose you can give the sentence, the boy and the girl ate their tea. So, how system can understand the meaning? So you are giving a sentence, the boy and the girl ate their tea, right? So first of all, they categorize into noun phase and verb phase. So you can see, so noun phase is the date, the, and the noun is a boy, and then conjunction and the noun phase is the date and the noun is girl. Okay, now you can see the verb phase, that use your verb, and the noun phase, the verb is ate and their tea. Okay, so one by one they understand the meaning of each token in the sentence, right? Sometimes we are speaking one sentence that have a two meaning, so how can they understand this is a verb or noun? So that is the challenges in natural language processing. Okay. So what are the challenges and what is ambiguity? We can see. First of all, synthetic analysis. What is synthetic analysis? The topic is the synthetic analysis or parsing or syntax analysis is the third phase of your NLP. The purpose of this phase is to draw exact meaning, or you can say dictionary meaning from the text. So syntax analysis check the text for meaningfulness comparing to the rules of formal grammar. For example, the sentence like hot ice cream would be rejected by semantic analyzer. You can see hot ice cream is not a meaning right meaning of your this word, right? So it is rejected because the ice cream is always cold. So hot ice cream is not in dictionary, so that why it is rejected. In this sense, synthetic analysis or parsing may be defined as the process of analyzing the strings of symbol in natural language conforming to the rules of formal grammar. The origin of the word parsing is a from Latin word that pars, which means the part. Okay. So you can see this different word in terms of a synthetic analysis, that is your synthetic analysis or parsing or syntax analysis. So what is the meaning of exactly your part of your sentence? So that understand the exact meaning of your word. Okay, this is the work of your synthetic analysis, and this is the third phase of NLP. So one by one we see first phase, second and all phase. So you have cleared the concept of synthetic analysis. But main role of your synthetic analysis is extract the meaning of your part of your sentence or the of the word. Okay. Now we are understand what is ambiguity and uncertainty in language. So ambiguity generally used in the natural language processing can be referred as the ability of being understood in more than one way. Suppose you are giving one sentence, they have a two meaning. So some are understand in one meaning and some are understand in different meaning. So what is the exact meaning of your sentence? How system can understand? So these are the challenges of the natural language processing. This is your ambiguity and uncertainty in a language. In simple terms, we can say that ambiguity is the capability of being understood in more than one way. So natural language is a very ambiguous. So NLP has the following type of ambiguity. So there are the different types of ambiguity in a sentence. So one by one we see what are the different ambiguity in a sentence. So first one is lexical ambiguity. So the second is synthetic ambiguity. Third one is semantic ambiguity. Then fourth is anaphoric ambiguity, and the fourth next is a pragmatic ambiguity. So what is this ambiguity? So first start with the first lexical ambiguity. The ambiguity of a single word is a lexical ambiguity. For example, treating the word silver as a noun, an adjective or a verb. Means you have write a sentence in that the one word is a silver. So how system can understand it is a noun, adjective or verb. So this is your lexical ambiguity. Now, synthetic ambiguity. This kind of ambiguity occur when a sentence is parsed in different way. For example, the sentence, the man showed the girl with the telescope. So it is ambiguous whether the man showed the girl carrying a telescope or he saw her through his telescope. So there are the two meaning of this sentence. So this ambiguity is called as a synthetic ambiguity. You can see the man show the girl with telescope. It is ambiguous whether the man show the girl carrying a telescope or he show her through his telescope. So these are the ambiguity in this sentence. So this is your synthetic ambiguity. Now the next is semantic ambiguity. This kind of ambiguity occur when the meaning of the word themselves can be misinterpreted. Means, in other words, semantic ambiguity happen when a sentence contains an ambiguous word or the phrase. For example, the car hit the pole while it was moving. So is having a semantic ambiguity because the interpretation can be the car while moving hit the pole, and the car hit the pole while the pole was moving. So you can see here this sentence has a two meaning. The car hit the pole while it was moving. So is having a semantic ambiguity because you can interpret can be the car while moving hit the pole, and the car hit the pole while the pole was moving. Okay, so this is your semantic ambiguity. Now next is the anaphoric ambiguity. This kind of ambiguity arises due to the use of anaphoric entities in the disclosure. For example, the horse ran up the hill. It was very steep. It soon got tired. So here the anaphoric reference of it in two situations cause the ambiguity. So you can see here the horse ran up the hill. It was very sleep and it soon got tired. So what is the meaning of it? How system can understand? The human has an intelligence because the human understand. We are talk about the horse. So we can directly analyze the it means the horse, but system can't understand what is the meaning of it. So this is your ambiguity, right? Now next is a pragmatic ambiguity. Such kind of ambiguity refers to the situation where the context of the phrase gives its multiple interpretation. In simple words, we can say that the pragmatic ambiguity arises when the true statement is not specific. For example, the sentence I like you too can have multiple interpretations like I like you just like you like me. And the second meaning is I like you just like someone else does. Okay. So this sentence is incomplete. So this arises a pragmatic ambiguity because we are not understand the next meaning of this sentence. So how you human can take this meaning take meaning. So this is your pragmatic ambiguity. Suppose I give one more example. The police is come here. Some people are understand for any problem in our area. That's why the police is come. Some are understand the every day the police is take the round in our area. So there are the different meaning of this one sentence because we are not getting the exact action of the next sentences. So this is your pragmatic ambiguity. Okay. Now we check the NLP phases. So what are the different phases of a NLP? Means you are writing a sentence or ask a question to our NLP application, and then how one by one it interpret, and what are the phases of your NLP. So first of all, you are giving the input sentences to our system, right? Then you are converting. The second phase is morphological processing. Then syntax analysis means they check the lexicon and the grammar of your sentence. Then semantic analysis means they check the semantic analysis using semantic rules. Then the pragmatic analysis that check using the contextual information regarding your problem. And the last is target representation means they convert your sentence into exact meaning and they take the decision in target representation. So these are the phases of your NLP. The first one is morphological processing, then syntax analysis, then semantic analysis, then pragmatic analysis, and at last we convert in target representation. Okay. So one by one we see what is the role of this morphological processing, what is the role of syntax analysis and semantic and pragmatic analysis. These are the content of your unit. Now start with the first one, that is your morphological processing. So what is morphological processing? It is the first phase of NLP. The purpose of this phase is to break the chunks of language into sets of tokens corresponding to a paragraph, sentence and words. So first one, you are writing a question in form of a sentences, right? So they convert this sentence into token. What is token? Token is the smallest individual unit of your sentence. Means I am a Jagruti Boda. So what is token? So I am Jagruti and Boda. This is the token of my sentences. So what is the role of morphological processing? So they tokenize the our sentence into different tokens. Okay, and they also convert. Suppose we are writing this type of sentence. Example: a word like uneasy can be broken into two subwords like un and easy. Okay, so that convert also this type joint word into the in easy format, uneasy. Okay, now syntax analysis. It is the second phase of the NLP. The purpose of this phase is twofold: to check that a sentence is well formed or not, and to break it up into a structure that shows the syntactic relationship between the different words. For example, the sentence like the school goes to the boy would be rejected by syntax analyzer or parser because the boy goes to the school, right? So the exact meaning of the sentence is the boy goes to the school. This is your wrong answer because the sentence is not properly formed. So this is the role of your syntax analyzer. Means they check the understanding and the formation of your sentence, because sometimes the human write the in some problem they write the sentence wrong. So the system understand the right meaning. If it is right, then it is passed to the next level, otherwise it reject. So you can see here the school goes to the boy, that is the incorrect sentence. So syntax analysis or analyzer or parser, it reject the sentence because the sentence is not properly formed. Okay, so first phase is tokenize the word, then syntax analyzer check the meaning of your formation of your sentence, and next, what is semantic analysis? It is a third phase of NLP. The purpose of this phase is to draw exact meaning, or you can say dictionary meaning from the text. The text is checked for meaningfulness. For example, semantic analyzer would reject the sentence like hot ice cream. You are writing a sentence, right? But they check the exact meaning of your word. Means what is the role of semantic analysis? Hot ice cream is not possible, right? So it reject this word. Means they check the meaning in dictionary. It is possible or not. Meaningfulness means the text is checked for meaningfulness. What is the value or the meaning of this word? So it is rejected by semantic analysis. Clear? Now the next is pragmatic analysis. So it is the fourth phase of NLP. Pragmatic analysis simply fits the actual objects and event which exist in a given context with object reference obtained during the last phase. So, for example, the sentence, put the banana in the basket on the shelf, can have two semantic interpretation, and pragmatic analyzer will choose between this possibility, right? Put the banana in the basket on the shelf can have two semantic interpretation, and pragmatic analyzer will choose between this possibility. Means you have a sentence that have two meaning. So human can easily understand which is the right sentence, but how the system can understand what is the meaning of and what is the next level we pass the sentence. So this is in two possibility. The pragmatic analysis filter the right sentence meaning and they pass to the next phases. Okay. So pragmatic analysis is a fourth phase and they check the validity or the right interpretation of your sentence. Okay. In next lecture we cover this semantic analysis in detail, so you have more clear the concept of NLP, and then we cover disclosure and pragmatic processing. If you have any doubt in today's lecture, then you can ask me a question, write down. You can write your question in chat box also. First of all, you take the write your enrollment number in chat box so I can take the attendance. 46, 33, 6 number 2, 5, 31. Forty-three, 15, 17, 11, 20, 22, 1 number, 25, 6 number, 8, 36, 16, 39, 29, 33, 40, 21, 19, 41, 35, 25, 23 and 32. Some students are writing their number, also their friend number. Jai Mistri, 17, 11 and 20. So you have to write only your number. Next time I absent your attendance. Okay? All the students have to write only their number, not your friend number. Okay. If you have any question in today's lecture, then you can ask me a question.